Hey guys, welcome to Mr. Smith's Kitchen. I'm Brian, Mr. Smith Kitchen, as always. And today I thought we would do some breakfast for dinner. I ran across this dish. It's just a really cool dish. You can do it in an Instapot, you can do it in a crock pot, either way. And it just is basically everything breakfast in a bowl. And today we're going to do ours in a crock pot, and it only takes 2 hours in the crock pot, so it's kind of a hybrid. It's not really slow, 6 to 8 hours or 4 to 6 hours, but it's not really fast at 2 hours. But it's something that you can put on. Like right now I'm in the middle of chopping up a bunch of vegetables, and it's just crazy busy. And this is something we can put together quick, let it cook, and be done in time to eat, right? So yeah, I think everything in it I like personally, and it's basic, it's simple, not a whole lot different than any of the recipes we've done over the last couple weeks with the taco soup, and then last week with oh god, what did we make last week? Oh, I don't remember, but what we made last week, oh, the chicken and dumpling casserole, that's right. Oh, that was horrible, but all the same, I think it's going to be really tasty. If you're new to my channel, welcome. If this is your first video, I hope you get something out of it. Check out some of my other videos. If you're new or if you're returning or you're a new subscriber, thank you. I appreciate that. It means I'm doing something right on the channel. That being said, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Comments always welcomed. I'll ask that you be nice. It's okay to disagree, have a difference of opinion. Just be nice. Think before you type. We're all about being good neighbors here, and good communication, and being good neighbors through food and communication. So that being said, let's head on down to the counter and we'll start putting this bad boy together. All right, hold on for me just 1 second. All right, we are down here at the counter. First thing we need, the only utensil we really need other than a bowl, is a crock pot. Now if you have an Instapot, same thing. According to the recipe that I found, which I actually have right here on my phone, there's not any difference in it, because it says cover the Instapot or crock pot and cook on the slow cooker high setting for 2 hours. So I don't own an Instapot, so I don't know, but I'm assuming it has a slow cooker high setting. I'm cooking this on the slow cooker high setting. It's a slow cooker and it has a high setting. But first thing we need to do, we're going to just take some vegetable spray and spray the inside of the crock pot, because that's what it says to do in the instructions. This is also the first time I've not written down a recipe in my notebook. I have been so busy canning that and picking in the garden and building the patio awning, well, building a patio period, that I just didn't get time today to write it down. But that's all right, it's so easy, I don't need to, I can write it down later. But anyhow, crock pot sprayed with vegetable oil. To that, we're going to add 15 ounces of frozen hash browns. Now, if you have these thawed, it cuts off about a half hour on your cooking time. So we're going to layer those on the bottom, just like such. Here's where you have some options. You can use fresh ground pork. And if you do that, you are going to use 8 ounces of fresh ground pork. Yep, 8 ounces of fresh ground pork sausage, and you want it to be cooked. So I have some sausage links, which is what he actually uses in his recipe, because he had some left over, and he put it in his. So guess what we're doing? We're putting it in ours. That way we don't even have to cook it. It's already cooked. All you have to do is just cut it up. And we're going to throw that in there, just like such. Get that in there. And that's about 8 ounces worth of sausage links. It might be 8 ounces heavier, give or take. And then after we put that in there, we're going to push this back. And we are going to grab the one bowl we need. And really, you could probably just use whatever bowl you had the hash browns sitting in to thaw. I have in here 6 eggs, and for the first time in a long time, I actually get to use farm fresh eggs. These are fresh. They weren't even washed fresh, like they could sit on your counter fresh. And in my opinion, I mean, I know some people say there's not a whole lot of taste difference, but I believe there is. So I'm gonna go ahead and give these a quick beating, just like such. And to this, as soon as I get that to stay, we are going to add a little bit of salt. 3/4 of a teaspoon of salt. So we got 1/2 and 1/4 of salt. We are going to add 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. 1/2 teaspoon of pepper. And we are going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder as soon as I get it off the rack here. I didn't get it down. That's okay, that's literally 2.5 feet behind me. 1/2 teaspoon of garlic powder. Now, if there's something you normally put in your eggs, put it in. You know, the only thing that I would differ on this a little bit is I use, me and Chris use Red River Ranch, which is a spice blend made by Kent Rollins, who's been all over TV over the years and has his own YouTube channel. If you get a chance, check him out. He's the one that got me back into cooking. And his recipes are amazing, they're easy. He was a trail cook by nature for cowboys, and all of a sudden has just become infamous, and he's the nicest guy ever. But he also sells stuff on his website, and his spice blend is one of them. So now we got our salt and our pepper and our garlic powder in there. We're gonna go ahead and put in 3/4 cup of heavy cream. Get that in there. Get that, we'll mix that up. And then we get that mixed up. Good, good. Perfect. We're going to pour that over top of our hash browns and our sausage, just like such. This is just crazy. We're making this in a crock pot. Oh, look at my whisk. I'm gonna get the rest of that out of there. Make those eggs worthwhile. Now, if you want to make your eggs fluffy, I didn't do it on this, but when I make eggs for like me and Chris for a bacon egg or sausage egg sandwiches or bagels or whatever, I add 2 teaspoons of baking powder to my eggs. And what that does is it fluffs them up, which is really awesome. And that way you get a nice fluffy pancake, or pancake egg. Alright, so I gotta run and get the cheese real quick, so hold on for me 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. So, yeah, I was all the time about how I don't buy shredded cheese, and forever I would shred this by hand with my grater, and sometimes my hands just weren't strong enough. And then one of our neighbors here on the channel had said something about they used a salad shooter to do theirs with and then froze it. Well, I don't have a salad shooter, and not that they're expensive, but they're not cheap. But I do have this grater. It's actually a Parmesan grater, but it works. So I use it, and it saves my hands, because all I gotta do is just push that down. And you can use whatever cheese you like, but it takes 1 cup, and I'm using a Colby? No, Colby cheese. In this case, for this, Chris really likes Colby. Colby, I think, goes good with breakfast food. Where like a Monterey Jack or a Colby Jack or something like that can go very well with, dinner dishes. I mean, in this can too. But for some reason, I just really think that Colby and cheddar seem to go better with breakfast food. So we'll get our 1 cup's worth, and it's a liberal cup. You put as much cheese or as little cheese on this as you want. Just like this. I'm getting this shredded up. So our garden went gangbusters about 3 weeks ago, and had a bunch of vegetables just come out of nowhere. Well, we finally got to the point now where we're having to pick them all, and which is great, but that's the kind of the cool thing about Mother Nature. You don't know when things are going to happen, because it's been so warm and rainy this year. It has just taken off, so I've been processing like a madman. So far this year we've gotten tomatoes, a tomato sauce done, some salsa done, some tomato sauce, some salsa done. We've made a couple different relishes out of jalapenos and banana peppers and hot peppers. We've done rings with the peppers, and you guys will get to see it. I just got done chopping up the stuff for it, like I said, I'm gonna do a video with it, and it's a green pepper and cucumber relish that just sounds amazing, and it's a small batch. It only makes like 6 little jars. So, but anyhow, that's going to be one of the videos. But we got our cup of cheddar on here, shredded up, ready to go. Thank you for your patience and understanding. So, what do we have left to do? Nothing. All we have to do is put the lid on it, just like such. We'll close her up. Maybe. There we are. And we'll turn her on high for 2 hours. And we'll push it back. That's literally how to make it. Now, when it comes out, we can make toast to go with it, I suppose. But there's a lot you can do with this dish. We could have done bacon instead of sausage. You could have fried up some bacon. You could fry up and crumble sausage. You could have put ham in it. Diced up ham. That would have been good. Million and one things, really. Vary the cheese, vary the amount of eggs. You could put extra hash browns in it. You could use the cubed hash browns. I can't remember what they're called right offhand. Or you could use potato slices. You could really make this your own. So anyhow, when I come back, it'll be about 2 hours later. This will be done, and we can give it a try. All right, I'll see you here in just a second. Okay, so we've been a little over 2 hours. It's actually been keeping itself on warm, and I got most of my chores done. So now we can eat. Let's go. I'll get down here to the countertop, and we can have a look-see together as I open it. Okay, down here at the countertop, let's take the lid off. Moment of truth. I haven't had the lid off yet, so I have no idea what it looks like. Woo! We are bubbling on the edges. That's probably that sausage and the butter or the spray and all that good stuff, but it looks really good. I'll tilt it up for you so you can see it. Crunchy on the edges. That's that cheese. Oh, can't wait. So what we'll do now is we're going to take our spoon, give it a good lift off the sides there. Oh yeah, that egg is phenomenal. This smells amazing, by the way. And I would highly recommend maybe some bacon in it also on top of the sausage, and some gravy. Gravy would be great, but we're going to put salsa on it. Let me shut my window so my best friend Bo doesn't interrupt us. Ugh. My neighbor's dog has always got a lot to say. He's an awesome dog, though. He just barks and barks and barks. Likes to bark. So we'll go ahead and get us a piece out here. Because remember, it's just eggs and hash browns. But, I mean, that, my friends, looks amazing. Get that on the plate there. Ooh. Oh, guys, I'm here to tell you, it smells great, and it doesn't help. I'm absolutely famished. The only thing I had left, I had to eat today, was a little bit of leftovers. So we'll go ahead and get some salsa on here, and this would be the homemade salsa that we make every year, limited run every year. I try to make an extra batch every year, and it never lasts. So we'll get our salsa on there, which the salsa is in the recipe to put on top. Oh, let me back you up so you can see what I'm doing here. Just realized you can't see a thing. There we go. And I got Abby in the background listening to some Megan Trainor. And we'll I got a couple Hungarian hot peppers, one sliced up, so that way we can put those on there because they are tender and delicious. And we'll do some toast. That is now slightly cold. That's all right. And there we are, guys. That is our casserole, our slow cooker, all-in-one breakfast. I want to say they called it, the recipe that I found was called Mckay's breakfast, and there's kind of a story behind it. There's a gentleman, I want to say his name was Mckay, Mckaney, and he used to make this all the time, and the family that he would visit absolutely loved it. Well, he is now overseas for a couple of years doing missionary work, I think they said, and they still make it all the time. It's this guy's favorite meal, and so they still make it for him. That's what they called it, Max dish or something like that. I'll put it in the description down below with a little history on it. But we are going to try this bad boy. Yeah, his variation was with the crumbled sausage. Oh, it's so hot, but yet I want to just stick it in my mouth. That is quite tender and delicious. Yes, indeed it is. May have to sneak another bite in here real quick. Yep, definitely still hot, but well worth that little bit of melting of the face. That is a breakfast for dinner that you can really eat anytime. Guaranteed it's going to stick to your ribs. I would like to put some onion in it. Maybe just a small red onion, diced up real good, and thrown in there. Other than that, really, don't change a thing. That's perfect the way it is with some salsa, or you can change everything. Like I said, that has got so many options to it, it's unreal. But that rendition, their rendition, perfect. I like it, I love it. So, tomorrow for dessert, I don't know exactly what we're doing yet, but we will get it figured out by tomorrow, because you gotta have dessert. We may do another cheesecake. We may do a pie. We may do I don't know yet. I don't know, but we'll figure it out. I'll look at stuff tonight when after I eat, and we'll figure it out. So give this a try. Let me know if you do. Let me know if you make any changes to it. Either leave me a comment down below or check us out on Facebook at Mr. Smith's Kitchen. It's a wonderful group, you know, and lately I have not been on social media a whole lot, but yeah, we do try to post some recipes and some ideas, things we see. My friend Rob, he is all the time shooting me recipes, and I try my hardest when I do get on social media to throw him over on the Facebook group if he doesn't. He's an absolutely awesome guy, and I appreciate him more than he will ever know. We have had the best long distance friendship anyone could ask for. We worked together briefly, and have stayed in touch ever since, and he's an absolutely great guy. I can't say enough about him. But that being said, let me know if you try this. And until tomorrow for dessert, I love you. I love you very much, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. Tell somebody else you love them and that you love them very much. They may need to hear it. It's going to make you feel a whole lot better to tell them that. Yeah, just a smile on their face should be worth the while. But if you make them some of this breakfast casserole or crock pot casserole, I guarantee they'll have a smile on their face, and it'll lead to good conversation, a full belly, and a smile to start the day or end the day, depending on when you eat it. So, till tomorrow, I love you. I'll see you then. Talk to you later. Bye.